Hey guys, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution. We have to do things slightly differently for this part because it went a bit wrong again. But instead of losing out on the whole video like we did for Claire Sanctuary, this time it was just the commentary. So we're going post for this one. Just for this one part, hopefully. And in ways, I kind of think that's a good thing because this video is nearly an hour long. And it's cutting out about 45 minutes of nothing. I mean, that would have been cut out anyway, but this video, this took a very long time, and it's all because of this entertainment mission. Because I need 3 dinosaurs to do it, and they all need a lot of DNA, so I need to dig up a lot of bones, send out a lot of expeditions. And I'm not even doing that at the moment, which I really should be doing. Why am I going after Compsognathus? That's a bad idea. I need Ankylosaurus. I need Dilophosaurus. I need Velociraptor. You need a lot. You need a lot. We're nearly there with Isaac's mission. So, we're close. I did fail to notice in the last part there is actually an additional one for Dua at the bottom there, Oplocephalus. You also unlock that here. Lambert needs a lot though for baryonyx. Despite the fact that it's probably the easiest of the 3 there to look after. I mean, I know there is another one from Dua, but still. Right, Isaac. Thank you. That's something nice. Something that won't take very long. And that will unlock his mission. Nice and simple. And we've got the raptor skin. I keep doing that. The Raptor Squad Skin Collection. I keep wanting to call it the Raptor Skin Squad Collection, which doesn't make any sense. The Raptor Squad Skin Collection. So it allows you to give your Velociraptors how they looked in Jurassic World. Something that should have been there right from the very beginning, but for some reason wasn't. I don't know why. Oh no, I got a storm coming. Not that it means anything, because everybody is perfectly fine, and none of my dinosaurs are really anything we need to worry about. Isn't that right, Struthy and Mimus? We got our... Yeah, you're the only one that can be problematic, but you're still fine. Dracorex is happy. He's just about happy. As you can see, Metriacanthosaurus got a comfort rating of like 50%. It's not an issue at all. So yeah, once the Diplodocus and the Metriacanthosaurus are here, you can continue to look after them. They add to your species count, only while they're alive though. Once they've died of old age or whatever, or if you get rid of them anyway, you can't bring them back until you've completed Marissa, gone to Scanio, unlock them there, and then you can go back. Why do these keep highlighting Sorna?
We worked so well together in the past, I thought I'd give you a chance to do it again. Get in on this one.
So much DNA.
Body count. All sorts of ways you can take that phrase, especially here on the islands. But I'm talking about warm bodies in the park, you know? I guess we could say head count, but I'm not sure that's really any better. Attendance numbers.
Doesn't Cabot say the same thing?
You're in? Cool. Okay. We'll start at the beginning. New dinos. Incubate them, hatch them, and house them. You know the drill.
Hey, everybody, we're putting on a show. It's going to be a spectacle hundreds of millions of years in the making. Sorry you may not survive.
And we unlocked the 1993 variants from Return to Jurassic Park, so we can now have some better looking Velociraptors, which is great. We want that. Why don't I keep getting rid of that path? So yeah, this is where I then had to start spending a very long time getting the DNA, because Ankylosaurus doesn't have its own dig site. Velociraptor does, so that's good. And Dilophosaurus does, but only one dig site. The other is shared with Huayangosaurus and Chunkingosaurus. There's still a few Huayangosaurus fossils I can collect. Chunkingosaurus is still at 0. So it took a very, very long time, and the main issue is just the fact that there's only one dig team. You get a second dig team when you get to 5 stars. Unfortunately, I don't have that many dinosaurs. Of course, one way I could do it is I could put Proceratosaurus in with the Metri. The problem with that is that they'll constantly be scared, and I have to do that for challenge mode, but it's such a pain. I really don't want to do that. I'd rather just leave it as is. You know, just keep that, let them be happy in their own enclosure. They're more likely to break out in the storm, but I don't think that the storms last long enough in the main campaign for that to really be an issue. Our safety rating is low. The storm just naturally does that. Yeah, I was trying to work out whereabouts on Warsaw I should actually build. It is broken into 3 areas, but one area is tiny. This one's uneven. The other one's bigger, but it's out of the way. So let's just build on the edge of this. Oh, I hate building on Warsaw so much. It is the hardest. I really do think Warsaw's the hardest one to build on. The terrain constraints, I think, are the worst part of the game. And there's a few things that can get that can be the contender for. Whether it's how robotic the dinosaurs are. Whether it's the stupid sabotage system. Or... well, yeah, there's that and the terrain constraints. But the terrain constraints are the most persistent problem. Yeah, it's so inconsistent with it. Why can't I build there? That's on an uneven bit of terrain. But it's perfectly fine here. But God forbid I try and put a feeder on a bit of a hill. A small bit of hill.
Even a full plate has room for a little more.
They're always so close. Well, they're not always so close, but it's really annoying when they are that close, but you can't quite get there without having to use up a load of money. Luckily, we're approaching a point now where money is not really an issue. Again, that's just the weird thing about Jurassic World Evolution. It's like for such a long time. Well, not even for such a long time. It's like for the first like half an hour, every island, you have no money. So it all goes by super slowly. But once you start getting the money rolling in, it just becomes no issue whatsoever. And you're going to need it, because some missions can be very expensive. When we get to Sorna, you know, it's the last island, you expect it to be the most difficult and the most expensive. But because you already have dinosaurs roaming around when you get to Sorna, it's not really an issue. You're already getting a load of money in at the beginning. You can use those dinosaurs to put in exhibits. Money isn't really a problem with Sorna. So you very quickly have enough money to come in to do the freaking security mission, which will cost you millions and millions of dollars. It's used up a lot of power. Unfortunately, it's Lambert I need to make happy in order to get the medium power station. But we're, as we can see, Lambert's quite low. He's on the verge of sabotaging me. What I want to know is whoever is in these divisions that calls for sabotage, do they get caught and do they get fired? But it doesn't seem to make them stop. It doesn't seem to deter anybody else. A light electric fence is really not that good. Heavy electric steel is. It's surprisingly, it really is that much better. Heavy non-electric is barely anything better than the light electric, so they all vary in toughness. Simply put, nothing is going to hold a T-Rex, or a Spinosaurus, or an Indominus Rex. Even Velociraptors will get through the electrified concrete fence very easily, but the others, tend to struggle a bit, or at least the other small carnivores will struggle. At least with like the electrified heavy steel fence and the concrete fences. But the electrified fences, they don't actually cause your dinosaur any harm whatsoever. So I wonder how it's even like supposed to be dangerous. What I do know is your dinosaurs do keep attacking the same place twice. They don't remember. Well, we got a long way to go. I mean, Ankylosaurus isn't too far away, but still, we have a lot of DNA to get. So let's just focus on trying to get all of our buildings in. It's a new area of the park. We're going to need some more things. Right, we're going to start with a gift shop, just because there's something here that you get for the InGen database. In order to unlock Dennis Nedry in the database, and I think Lewis Dodgson as well, you have to sell the whipped cream thing. Is it Barbasol? Barbasol? Whatever it was. Sell that in the gift shop, and you unlock them. The clothes shop is better, so we will replace the gift shop with that almost immediately. But it's something I could have done on Massenceros, but we're going to do it here instead. I still don't get how none of these buildings have toilets in them. That's why I always thought that there just wasn't a need for a toilet. But they added it in anyway, and I always just thought, why? Surely there's toilets in these buildings. You're telling me a whole hotel doesn't have a toilet in it? Or a restaurant? Yeah, some of them I get. I can understand why they would be... I have no idea what this thing is attracted by. It's like, I can understand there not being a toilet in like a clothes shop. Or even the gift shop. Maybe even the fast food would have one. But why is there no toilets in any of these other buildings? Always so glad when we get the large substations. They use up more space, but they have a much greater radius. Yeah, when Isaac was going over our mission for us, I swear Cabot Finch says the exact same things. Like, how do we measure success? Body count. That sounded wrong. A head count then? That's kind of as well. You get my meaning though. Cabot is the best character in this game, bar none. He will never change my mind. Despite what his profile might tell you in the InGen database, Cabot is awesome. As much as we didn't need young, sexy Cabot in Return to Jurassic Park, Cabot is awesome. So much power as well. This is the issue with the electric fences. You need so much power for them. It doesn't matter which electric fence it is, they all use the same amount of power, it's just you need so much of it. I know, Lambert, I know you're not happy with me, but I can't possibly get you an iguanodon. We're too far away from that. And I'm trying to help Isaac. I mean, it doesn't help that I really should... I'm not going back to the fossil center yet. But even so, this takes a very long time. Alright, it's all good now. For a moment. And that unlocks Nedry and I believe Dodgson. Dodgson! We got Dodgson here! See, nobody cares. Come on! So what if the building is ever so slightly bigger? It's either because the hill is there, it's out of range, or the way that the substation alters the hill, or that there's a slight ditch where the hotel is. They can all affect the terrain slightly when you build them, but that also means that you're then stuck with that stupid building constraints thing, which are nowhere near the building. In fact, sometimes you can actually get building constraints, move the thing you're trying to put down closer to the building, and then it bypasses the building constraints. And I don't get that. You're building it closer.
If you can complete this contract, I can see good things in your future.
That would be fine if I was actually sending a dig team out. But they've been back for ages. And there goes the power again. Fine, I'll have to build another power station. Research the upgrades, that's another good idea.
I've got a unique and challenging opportunity. Be warned though, this one may get a little rough. But then no one said this job was always going to be pretty, right?
And after God knows how long, I think it was about 45 minutes, we've got two research speeds 2. Research speeds 2. Research speed 2s, whatever you call it. Their DNA is much higher. 78, 78, 74, which means that they're all okay. So let's just get them out. Unfortunately, because of those... Well, no, actually we can. We can get one more. But unfortunately, raptors need to live in pairs. So it's no good making the raptor yet. Overall, this mission is pretty simple. I was really struggling to remember which one was the science mission and which one... Not science. Which one was entertainment and which one was security. Because they both require you to do the same thing. Build the same dinosaurs. It's just one is fighting and one isn't. So I was a bit confused. Sell. And this is why it took so long. Every single expedition, all I was getting were 1-star fossils. That's why it took so long. Could have been done a lot faster, but so rarely did I get anything above 2 stars, and not that often did I get them. It was always 1 star, 1 star, 1 star. That's why the DNA gets rid of the DLC gets rid of them. Right, there's a Crichtonsaurus in, and now it's not going to go away because I was going to sell it, and then I remembered. Wait a minute, I'm making an Ankylosaurus enclosure. It can live in there. The Ankylosaurus and Euoplocephalus.
And figure out how to bring under control if required. Every day has its challenges, huh?
We're nearly at 350,000, but it takes a bit. It takes a bit just because there's... Yeah, that... Later on when you start getting lots of money, then these contracts are really no issue. But it's when you get them very early on, they want like... Profit from guest facilities, 30,000. It may not seem like much, but it takes an eternity to get up there because you have so few guests. I can't really see anything in this enclosure at the moment. So, as we begin, let's just get rid of all the trees, or most of the trees. And then we can sort things out from here. Velociraptor is mostly grassland. Dilophosaurus is 50-50. Half of it's grassland, half of it's forest. So they actually do need, despite the fact that this is the Jurassic World Dilophosaurus and as such is absolutely tiny, it still requires a considerable amount of space. Now we have Ankylosaurus, who we already... So I thought. Release that into there. That's probably not the best of ideas, really. Because the Ankylosaurus could have run into the other one. Luckily, it doesn't. Is this the first time we've seen its exit animation? Or did we see it on Claire's Sanctuary? I can't remember. Yeah, we have seen Ankylosaurus before. We saw it in Claire's Sanctuary. We saw the Jurassic Park 3 version in Return to Jurassic Park. Yeah, while they're standing there, they do tend to, even though your mouse isn't hovering over them, it's hovering over the gate, it still counts as the dinosaur. Yeah, you're both happy in there. Crichtonsaurus is okay. Ankylosaurus is in there somewhere. Again, Ankylosaurs, despite being pretty large, they require such teeny tiny little enclosures. I swear the Struthiomimus needs more. Hello there. It is a really cool animation, that one. The Dilophosaurus looks kind of weird when it's running around, like its posture looks off. I know the dinosaurs have a sort of semi-kangaroo posture. They should be rearing on their height. They shouldn't. Their bodies should be more horizontal to the ground. But I still find that the Dilophosaurus especially, it's a bit too diagonal. It looks weird, and it looks weird when it's got those frills just hanging down. Like in the film, the frills just rest against the neck. I don't know why they couldn't do that here. But they're more noticeable, and as such, they look kind of silly. So we can make the Jurassic Park Velociraptor as well. We've got the 1993 pattern. For now, we're going to go with blue and not blue. We don't want another blue. We want to go with... It's Charlie. Yep. We're just going to work our way downwards. But the thing is, Charlie and Blue, they are the best looking raptors. The other two aren't nearly as interesting.
Security isn't always clean or easy, but it is always necessary. So look this contract over.
Yes, I know. Some of the money I get given at work is, it looks gross. And you're wondering, why does it look like that? Why is it warm? That's some of the worst ones. Why is it warm? What have you got in your pockets that's so hot? You are creeping me out. Sadly, Velociraptor does take longer than Dilophosaurus as well. Well, he's having a nice snooze while the grass goes into him. See, if it wasn't for the frills, you would look pretty cool. But the way the frills are sort of just hanging there, it doesn't look right. Like, that looks pretty cool. And they flap open like that. It's weird how that has more animation than when the Dilophosaurus are just socializing and the frills just, they're up, then they're gone. There's no opening and closing animation, they're just open and then shut. Like I say, this was a bad idea. Besides, the Velociraptor is going to get angry anyway. So this really wasn't a good idea. I mean, I need a Velociraptor for this mission. I need a Velociraptor for the security mission. You can't just use the same raptors for some reason. There's really no reason why we couldn't just have the Raptor and the Dilophosaurus we just made fight each other. I don't know why we can't just do that. It's so annoying when the thing that you need most for a mission is unlocked for completing said mission. So that would have been helpful to have had beforehand. But no, we're only going to give it to you now instead. I was quite surprised I didn't need to alter this enclosure in any way. The Dilophosaurus was perfectly fine. The Raptors needed a bigger pen. But the Dilophosaurus was actually perfectly fine. So you're okay, you two are okay. They'll gradually get there.
You're continuing to impress under difficult circumstances.
That sounds way too close to home.
That contract is is completed thanks to your hard work.
And we've got baryonics. So we've got everything that Lambert has to offer us. We're just going to max him out now. But it won't come to the pleasure of science or entertainment divisions. Again, you all work for the same company. Why does my reputation go down whenever I help one of the others?
I couldn't think of anyone else I'd rather offer this contract to than you. That's no lie.
What does this even mean? Like, what is Cabot trying to tell me here? None of that made any sense. But at least I'm getting quite a big loyalty bonus from Lambert, so there is that. Right. Open the gates. And because I lost all the footage from Claire's Sanctuary, it's the first time I'm actually watching this. It's pretty much the same animation as the Dilophosaurus, just without the frills. Well, it's not quite the same, but it's close enough.
Taking this one to the bank. We got you.
No, the power's out.
We need to get our numbers up. Give them what they want.
Quantity and quality. But mostly, quantity.
Damn. Okay, we got a problem. The island's power grid is down. It's time to earn our keep. Okay, yeah, so we switch to emergency protocols and keep our guests safe. Got it? Tell me you got it.
This is Lambert. Looks like this crisis was man-made.
Sabotage?
Appears to be. Any enemies come to mind?
Enemies, rivals, profiteers, the list is endless.
Yeah, indeed it is. I'll see what I can discover. Lambert out.
How about the people that work for you two? They often like to sabotage me. Really one of the power stations didn't go out. 3 out of 4 of them did, which is rather unusual. In fact, I think the only one that's power didn't go out was the power station that's pre-built for you. And I've unlocked the final vehicle skin. Yay! These trees do make it hard to follow where you're going. It doesn't help that these islands... The maps may be small for what you need, but that doesn't change the fact that when you're actually in control of the vehicle, the scale is quite large. This is just going in a massive circle. Nearly there. Nearly there. There we go. Sabotage resolved. And now the dinosaurs are just going to stay there, so that's very nice. Luckily the fences don't all open up. And this is our Charlie. I was going to say Echo then. This is the Charlie Raptor.
Look, raptors get a bad rap because people don't understand that they are, and always will be, alpha predators. Our job is to help them, the raptors, understand that we are as well.
The Charlie Raptor's not as good as the blue one, but it is. I do like it, like the green stripes. It's no Lost World Tiger Raptor, but it's still very nice overall.
Contract for you. Review it, and then I think you should accept it.
I'm already doing your mission. What are you talking about? I'm under a countdown. No, I'm not doing your mission. I'm doing Isaac's mission. He does have a new mission for us, though. This is a bad idea. Why did I release this guy?
But given enough time, anything, in fact, all things, will happen. Like the advancement you've achieved. Not to take away from your achievement, but to provide context.
And with that, we have unlocked the secrets of Dr. Wu. But we're not going to be doing that just yet. That's a while away.
You've been very busy, I see. Which is part of why I'm calling on you. Because I've been watching how you've been doing, and now I think you're ready to be useful to me.
Alright, our island highlights from Worcester East. Managing Mayhem. Develop this luxurious new island facility, but be warned, the Division's missions possess more teeth than usual. In the shadows, Dr. Wu's involvement runs deeper than it seems. Discover why he is testing your abilities. Exotic dinosaurs. Uncover and recreate 2 new species of dinosaur from extreme regions around the globe. Worcester East, it's one of the better places to build just because it's mostly flat. It's not particularly big, but it's flat. Still being on Worcester, it has all the same things as Worcester. Like it's still Secrets of Dr. Wu introduced the day and night cycle, so that's what it has. Now what's wrong?
You never let your foot off the gas until that contract.
Where are the buildings? Yeah, that was it. Just too many people in these buildings. Yes, there is. Look at this. But it does mean that I can sell food for very high prices. Wouldn't you pay, like... I don't know what an RC-saurus is, but wouldn't you pay that much for it? Or a onesie that costs $45? $44? I don't know what the average price of a onesie is, but that seems a bit excessive. And we have a disease. One of our raptors has hookworms. I think out of all of the diseases, hookworms is like the hardest to get rid of. You need a lot of darts for any dinosaur. The bigger the dinosaur, the more darts you need. And these guys need another feeder in here as well. One is not enough. And we've done it. I don't know why that needed Ankylosaurus, but whatever.
We have many enemies. People, corporations, entities that will stop at nothing to obtain the knowledge and technology we possess. Look, not everyone likes me. Some find me cold and humorless. But they don't know what I know.
It's not what Dr. Wu knows, but what he plans to do with that knowledge that sometimes concerns me.
No diseased dinosaurs.
Yes, it turns out they can give you the sabotage risk warning before the actual sabotage. You just really wouldn't think to look. But we're so close with Lambert. It's like, come on, I just need to do like one more mission for him. One more contract and that'll be it. But unfortunately, I like to try and keep things a little bit above 0. But now it starts to become annoying trying to get it all right. I hate when that happens. Can I just put a tree down? Yes, yes I can. Even the worst Jurassic World's Raptor squad skin, whatever you want to call it, looks so much better than the best Velociraptor of the base game. The Raptors were just so uninteresting with all of their different skins. It's like the Raptor squad really does improve it, and then we got Return to Jurassic Park, which was a step above the rest. I can't wait until we can start using these 2001 Velociraptors. Both of them look great. Alright, well we're here. May as well do this mission.
Up for the challenge, I see. Good. This task is going to test your skills and your will. See, we're setting up a situation in which we will have dinosaurs in competition. Kinetic action, like it happens in nature. Survival of the fittest. Step 1. Construct or modify an enclosure so that it's capable of supporting dinosaur combat. You'll need to incubate hatch, and house dinosaurs within this enclosure.
Are we crossing a line here? Because it feels like we're crossing a line, creating the conditions for these animals to engage one another? To use their primal, instinctual drive to hunt and kill as a testing ground for what exactly?
Yeah, so far all of Lambert's security missions seem to be a bit crazy. First we let an Edmontosaurus go nuts and release it into our park. Look at how much money he's given me though. Now we're gonna have dinosaurs fight each other. Unfortunately, I can't just use a Velociraptor and the Dilophosaurus I already have, which is annoying, but I have to do it this way. Luckily, we can get a compy out. Just keep it with the Ankylosaurs. Just give it a carnivore feeder, and that'll be it. Because compies are no trouble whatsoever. They are in the films, but they're not in the game. I do hope though, I imagine compies will be in Evolution 2, and I do hope that they can gang up. Like if there's enough of them, they can tackle bigger prey.
I think we can call this one a success, don't you? Well done. Well done indeed.
Because like even one compy wasn't afraid to stand up to Dieter Stark, so if you had a whole group of them, that'd be even better. Don't expect to get a good look at it though, because this thing is so ridiculously small as well. I'm so amazed they actually put it in the game. Look at that, it just disappears into the grass. You can barely see it. Now I can see it. But it is great when the thing it just runs into the water and it can just run underwater. Doesn't affect the speed in the slightest. Okay, see that's fine. That just means I got to release the Struthiomimus. It's at 100%. It's already got a rating of 9. That is nice and easy. I kind of released it at the wrong time, but it is nice and easy. See, that's still pretty cool. I quite like that one. This one's great. It's a shame that the other raptors don't really get that much attention. You, on the other hand, aren't really that much different compared to the raptors that are in the base game. And yet, still probably better than all the other raptors in the base game. People love my raptors. It's surprising, really, how Velociraptor really isn't that high a rated dinosaur. I think it's got the highest rating out of all of the small carnivores, but you'd think this is Velociraptor we're talking about. Next to T-Rex, it is the dinosaur of Jurassic Park. And considering that the T-Rex doesn't really do a lot in the Jurassic World films, it is the dinosaur of Jurassic World, not counting the hybrids. But it really doesn't have that high a rating. I get it, it's a small carnivore, but it's like in JPOG, that didn't stop it from being 5 stars.
This dinosaur, the Dilophosaurus, lacks front-facing binocular eyes, a trait common to almost every predator. So instead, it hunted by scent. And now, many predators rely on that sense as well.
We'll release this Ruthie a little bit later. Don't go to sleep now! What's the point of hatching out of this thing and then immediately going to sleep?
And this is what we've been working toward. Time to let them fight. Let's make sure we're all on a forward posture from this point on.
Okay, my people are in place to observe this interaction.
I think you mean slaughter?
You believe in nature, don't you, Dr. Malcolm? We're simply enabling it.
No, you're manipulating it, and the outcome of your actions cannot be known.
I thought you liked the unknown, Dr. Malcolm. Proceed with the test.
The fights between the small carnivores actually do look pretty cool. It actually looks like they should be injuring each other. Right, Velociraptor does have the advantage, because again, Dilophosaurus, it opens up those frills, but it doesn't do anything. Just spit in its face. That's all it has to do, but it never uses it. Unfortunately, they're a bit too evenly matched for this to be done in one single round, which is a bit annoying because it also means I have to try and keep the Velociraptor happy in this one small area, whilst also making sure that neither of them run into the raptor enclosure. So I need to keep opening this gate to cheer up the Velociraptor so it feels like there's enough of them, but make sure they don't run in and the other raptors don't run out and they don't start fighting the Dilophosaurus again. The combat system in this game is so boring. They'll fight for a bit, get weak, give up, heal up a little bit, and then go in and fight again. It's like, yeah, the small carnivores do have pretty cool animations for it, but that's it. The fighting otherwise is just, you hit me, now I hit you. And that's it. So we just got to be a little bit careful with this one. I did try and see if I could put some water in here to distract it, but it's not going to let me. I wish I had a smaller brush. Can't even put a feeder in. It's nowhere near the gates. What are you talking about? I think I did this hoping that one of them would be distracted and go hunt the Struthiomimus, but neither of them do. Right. Go through the gate, none of you. I mean, if Struthiomimus wants to go through there, he can go through there, it doesn't matter. But we've maxed out our reputation with the Lambert. You're on Island Warsaw. No, don't go in. Luckily it gets the idea for that pretty soon. Yep, and here they go again. Despite the fact that the Dilophosaurus still isn't at 50% health, it is going back into fight again. It just looks weird how it goes into its fighting phase, but you then gotta wait for the other one to walk over and then do the same thing.
You need to give dinosaurs the right environment if they're going to thrive.
Well, I wanted to get a good thumbnail, but this didn't work out. It looks kind of silly. Like, look at that head. That looks that just looks hilarious. Whee! It's like, oh, buddy, I've missed you so much. Come here. And he just looks really like, I'm going to kill you. I love that face from that angle. Look, it's spatting in there, but it has absolutely no effect whatsoever. That's the whole point of it. And there we go. And we got a storm. This storm couldn't have arrived at a worse time.
Let's keep them safe.
Oh, I'm glad I wasn't here to witness what happened. There was blood, wasn't there? I mean, claws and teeth and roaring aren't really my thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the storm was just something that shows up altogether, or if it's just the result of the mission. Unfortunately, this raptor automatically becomes agitated. So he's going to try and break out no matter what you do. And I don't have my electrified heavy cable fence.
I really like this one. I think you will too.
And it doesn't take much for him to break out of it.
It's not only the dinosaurs that are alive here. The facility itself is a kind of organism.
Spoiler warning, he's going to get out. They all are. Because the other thing with these mission-specific storms, if that is what this is, they also tend to last a lot longer than the average storm does, so the other Velociraptors all get agitated as well. So yeah, I probably should have put this Velociraptor separately from everything else. It's not going to stop the others from breaking out, but at least they won't be attacking At least it's not like building a path for the other raptors. Yes, thank you, game. Yes. Why did I turn that on? So that game, this has probably now become Jurassic World Evolution has probably now become the game I've spent more time on than anything else. Rivaled by Burnout 3 and Sonic Heroes. And yet, those are from playing the games for God knows how long. This is 2 years old. And there it goes. And there goes another one. And then there was about to go another one. But the storm's over though, so the others will become happier. But the other one will just go agitated again. And now everything's been destroyed. Luckily though, this is one of those missions where it doesn't matter how many guests your raptors kill. If for some reason the camera wasn't moving with the mouse here for... I don't know.
You must protect the guests.
I'm trying. I'm in no rush. Because I swear, when a carnivore breaks out, it's actually less devastating than a herbivore. Herbivores just plow through everything. A carnivore, at the very least, usually only attacks your guests one at a time. They're still deadly to the touch, so a big carnivore can still become a problem with that. But at the very least, it isn't too bad. Whereas when a herbivore breaks out, oh yeah, that can cause all sorts of problems. Even though with a carnivore, it's got like that killing animation. It has to do the entire animation first. Where's my power? Oh yeah, I think it's because I deleted some of the path. What you have got to worry about is if they then try and break into an enclosure that's already got dinosaurs in it. Like, it isn't a massive loss if it breaks into the Metri enclosure. It's got to be careful that if you sedate it in there, the Metri may go over and eat it. But if it breaks into the herbivore enclosure, well... it will attack the Corythosaurus, it will attack the Edmontosaurus, and the Struthiomimus. It won't attack Triceratops, it won't attack Stegosaurus. And it will actually try and fight the Dracorex. The Dracorex will lose, but they will try and fight the Dracorex. Because originally the Pachycephalosaurs didn't actually have any means of defending themselves, but they later added in some fighting for the Pachycephalosaurus. For the Pachycephalosaurus. The Malacéphalae still can't do anything, but the others can. I still gotta keep this damn thing contained for 3 minutes.
Collecting asset.
Hurry up, because there we go.
Assets in the air.
Because I gotta make sure there's at least 2 of them in there. Luckily, well, they're all running around. So they're all running around together, so it doesn't. They do go back up to 100%, even though they're on a killing rampage. You need to improve your health, though.
Adding task.
And as long as we use the right building,
Asset collection request.
we can get them in there faster.
Transportation underway.
We're nearly there. Just gonna transport the raptors back in, but we still gotta then wait the 3 minutes just to keep this one raptor happy.
Asset collection request received.
Yes, I can see there's a dinosaur threat. It's right over there. There we go.
Heading to pick up the asset.
And now they're all going back in. But it doesn't count until they're all in there. And again, you cannot sedate a dinosaur just to while it's in the enclosure. They thought of that. They thought of it so it doesn't work. The timer just stops. I tried it on my first playthrough. And I noticed it made no difference. Because the timer just stops while they're being sedated. I mean, if you want, you can maybe try and sedate a dinosaur if there's going to be like a tornado in the mission. It's not really going to work the first time because you don't know what's coming. But otherwise, you could try that method. The timer will take longer, but at the very least, your dinosaur might remain a bit more calm. Just go over and eat because you are in desperate need of some food. Now you're going to go over and talk first. What are you saying? What are you looking for? Yeah, I've got to take a photo of that though. That's to get you the Smarter Than Primates trophy. Because Ellie, they were smart. They were smarter than dolphins or whales. They were smarter than primates. Even though they never seem... clearly the raptors in Jurassic Park are intelligent, but I don't think they're quite that intelligent. Or are we talking all primates except for man? Yeah, and he's off again. And my problem here is that I still have all of the fences destroyed. When a fence is destroyed, it's technically not there. So it can just run straight through it. So quickly repair everything. Oh wait, that's the wrong bit of fence. It's the wrong fence. This is weaker fence. Because if the electricity isn't on, it just counts as a regular light steel fence. It knows which bit of fence is the weakest. They're testing the fences for weaknesses. But yeah, by all means, go back inside. That's perfectly fine. I have no issues with that. Yeah, you want a drink instead. That's fine. I don't mind you going for a drink. Then you're going to go for a chat. Every now and then the agitation just sort of disappears and they just behave normally again. And then it will turn back on. Luckily it lasts long enough that the timer runs out. Also my sauropod feeder needs refilling. They can talk to each other. Even though we could clearly see they were doing that in Jurassic Park. You get a mouthful of weeds there, buddy. Okay, this guy contained for a long time though. Hey, there we go. That is our survival of the fittest done. And now we get the electrified heavy steel fence.
Well, it wasn't pretty to look at, but it appears Dr. Wu and his scientists have the data they were after. So, well done. And be thankful we don't have to clean up that mess. Lambert out.
I don't understand what they're doing in the facilities. They certainly have enough data from the past, anomalous events on the islands to assess how the dinosaurs engage and kill one another and us. No, there's another agenda in play, one I intend to discover.
What do you mean? I have to clean up all this mess. Look at it. Saying I don't have to clean up the mess. Clearly I do. I even have to rebuild all of my pathway and get these toilets going again. And allow people to look at the raptors. Right. Fill up the feeder. feeders. There's quite a few empty ones now. Luckily, they decided not to sabotage me during any of that, which is fine by me. Yep, the buildings are all fine. We just got to apply our inventory space upgrade. Otherwise, we're pretty much there. So, that will do things for this particular event. So, next up, we're going to be finishing off on Island Warsaw. So, I will see you guys